Hi everyone, Len Gocher here. It's Saturday, January the 3rd, and we're doing our live stream here for the Spryfield Attack. Tonight, the Spryfield Attack takes on the Sackville Knights. These two teams are pretty evenly matched. It should be a great game tonight. We look forward to it. Hope everybody had a great holiday season. Uh, just surviving after New Year's, I guess. At any rate, look forward to a great game. I'm here with Dan McKinnon. Dan is going to be doing the play-by-play. Right now, the teams are just doing warm-ups. And once the warm-ups are done, the ice will be done. That's about 15 minutes away. So at any rate, glad to have you with us tonight. And Dan will be back in a short period of time to do the play-by-play for tonight's game, Spryfield Attack versus the Sackville Knights. Coming up next week, the Admirals Hockey Club is in Spryfield. The Attack is at home next week to the Admirals Hockey Club from Bridgetown. And on the 11th, Spryfield Attack is on the road visiting the Newport Titans. On January the 17th, Spryfield Attack is at home to Eastern Shore Thunder. And on the 24th, the Spryfield Attack is at home once again to the South Shore Schooners. On Friday, January the 30th, Spryfield Attack is again at home to the Southwest Storm. And the next home game would be in the February, which will go into the 7th and the 14th, and another one to be determined. Spryfield Attack did their first 11 games almost on the road, so they're getting a lot of home games right now. So at any rate, hope you enjoy the game. Dan will be back in about probably 10 minutes or so with the play-by-play of the Spryfield Attack versus the Sackville Knights. Hope you enjoy the game.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Spryfield Lions Club Arena as the Spryfield Attack are at home to the Sackville Knights. We're just going to pause for the national anthem and then we'll have the puck drop. Well, folks, the starting lineup for Spryfield tonight is Avery McLeod at center, Roman Joseph left wing, Justin Hardwick Brown right wing. On defense, Braden Forwell and Heslip. Tristan Bordage is in net. Off the draw, Sackville took it, got a pack and a shot on net, and that's gloved down by the goalie. Sackville takes that draw, sends it back behind the net, but it's picked up by McLeod. Sackville sends it all the way down the ice. Bordage plays it around to the far corner. Tied up by Heslip. Get it up the boards to Joseph. He hits McLeod, but it's knocked off his stick as he crosses the blue line. Sackville has the puck. They send it all the way down, go for a line change. Forwell takes the puck into the far corner. Joseph trying to clear it out. Puck squirts off to the near boards. Hardwick Brown picks it up. He cuts around. Tries to hit Ballard. Ballard tries to hit McKinnon in the center ice, but Sackville knocks that back into Spryfield's end. Now Heslip. He gets up. He gets a shot off. It's turned aside by the goalie. Sackville picks it up in the far boards and they're back down. And plays whistle down for offside. McKinnon's in the circle. Sackville gets the draw. to get it back and go D to D. Punch it up the near boards. Puck is off the corner now. Sackville with a shot. And the slot glove down by Bordage. Face off to the right of Bordage. Sackville gets that one again. Puck comes through the slot. McKinnon picks it up. He tries to hit Ballard. That's off his stick. Icing's waved off. Cormier chases around the net. Sackville trying to get it out. McKinnon can't keep it into the line. Puck's off his stick. Goes back to McNeil in defense. McNeil over to Heslip. Heslip tries to send it up, and Sackville picks it up in the neutral zone, sends it right back down. Guthrow clears it out. The puck gets pushed down to Sackville's end. Sackville can't clear the zone. Shot from the points goes deflected wide of the net. Sackville clears it out to center ice. Heslip drives it back in. Sackville does some back and forth behind the net. Now they break out up the far boards. Try a lead pass, but Heslip picks that up inside his own blue line. Here's McLeod. McLeod with a shot high over the net. Oh, Guthrow with the backhand. No, that's covered up for the whistle. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. Hardwick Brown takes it. Joseph gets the puck, gets around, shot on net. Hardwick Brown with a chance there. That's covered by the goalie. Hardwick Brown gets a draw again. Goes back to Fallows in defense. He gets a shot off. Puck goes into the corner, comes out front. Hardwick Brown, but nobody there. Puck was off some skates, and Sackville's able to clear it down, but that's an icing. Play's going to come all the way back. Off the draw. Puck gets tied up in the circle. Spryfield gets control. And Sackville has it behind their net. They send it around the net up the near boards. Joseph picks it up in the corner. He gets thumped. Sackville starts up. Come up through center. Try clearing pass, but that's off his skate, and Hardwick Brown picks it up at center ice. He brings it over the line. His shot's deflected off a player into the corner. Hardwick Brown still in control. Sends it back to Fowell on defense. Fowell over to Welch. Oh, sorry, McNeil. McNeil sends it up to McLeod. McLeod with it in the corner. Gets taken off his stick, but Hardwick Brown comes up with it. Hardwick Brown with a shot from the circle. Beats the goalie in the 5 holes. Puts Spryfield ahead 1-0. McLeod comes in for the draw. Puck squirts out off some skates back to Sackville. They carry it over the line, but now Ballard steals it off his stick. He tries a shot that goes through the crease. McLeod picks it up, takes it back to the blue line. He cuts around, gets a shot right on the goalie. From the top of the circle, covered up. Face-off's coming to the right of Sackville's goalie. Off the jaw. Puck gets knocked to the corner. Sackville sends it around behind the net to the near boards. try and punch it out. Cormier knocks it back down, but Sackville's able to get it to the neutral zone and knock it in. Puck squirts out front beside the net, and Bordage covers that up for the whistle. Puck gets kicked around from the face-off. Back to the point. Sackville sends it down to the far corner. Fallows tries to pick it up, but it gets knocked off his stick. Stayed in the corner. Fallows with it now. He sends it around the far boards. Ballard hits Cormier. Cormier's up the far boards. He gets around the defense. Tries an angle shot on the goalie, but that's covered up for a whistle. .50 gone in the period. Shots are 9-2 for Spryfield. Face off to the right of Sackville's goalie. McKinnon wins the draw. Gets it back to McCarty. McCarty sends it up the near boards. Now Guthrow clears it out front, and the shot's chipped over the net. Now McCarty tries to clear it out front, but it's picked off by Sackville. They lose control over the blue line, send it back. Sackville tries to set it down, but Heslip stops it in the neutral zone. It's a battle along the boards. And McCarty comes up with it. He's over the red line. Chips it into the far corner. Sackville knocks it behind the net. And they go rink wide, trying to clear it out. Fallows mishands the puck. Sackville picks it up. Get a shot off or get a chance on net, but they can't complete. Puck gets all the way back. Sackville's over the line now. They dump it in. Bordage steers it to the defenseman. And the puck comes around the net into the corner. Sackville with a quick shot from the point there. Bordage steers that into the near corner. Puck gets cleared around, comes out front. Another shot by Sackville off of Bordage up into the glass. Sackville with the puck behind the net. They're trying to get it out front, but it gets knocked to the far corner. They try a pass in front of the crease. That gets turned aside. Spryfield can't clear out here. Sackville getting chances in front of the net. Penalty coming up on the play to Spryfield. Guthrow's going off 2 minutes for tripping. Face-offs to the right of Bordage. Sackville takes the draw. They get it back to the point. Sackville sends it back to the boards. Back to the point. Now they try a shot. That's wide of the net. Sackville has control again. They send it back to the corner. Heslip chasing his man down. Sackville keeps it at the point. They send it to the far corner. Now they're back to the point. Go over the top of the circle. Try to pass out front to the slot, but like it's knocked to the corner. Puck comes back now. Spryfield's able to clear it out. Puck's coming all the way down. Sackville takes it behind their net. They start out. Go to the near boards, but McCarty picks it up. He tries to hit Cormier, but that pass is blocked. Sackville has the puck now from their far corner. They come up the far boards, go rink wide. Heslip picks it up inside his blue line. He goes rink wide to clear it out. Sackville trying to regroup. They dump it in deep. Heslip clears it around the boards. Sackville can't keep it in at the line. Pull it back to the neutral zone, try and reorganize. McLeod clears it out to the neutral zone. Plays whistle down for a hand pass. Off the draw, McKinnon gets it to Ballard. Ballard gets it knocked off his stick. Welsh clears it in. McKinnon comes in, puts pressure. Sackville has to send the puck behind their net. They go back and forth behind the net. Now Ballard comes in. Sackville trying to clear it out. They're able to chip it into Spryfield's end. They try and get it out front, but that's broken up. And another penalty coming up in the play. This time to Sackville. They're going down for hooking. Play comes all the way down to Sackville's end. Spryfield's penalty is over, so they're going to be on 5-on-4. Off the draw. McLeod can't handle it. Sackville gets control. They send it all the way down on the board. She steers out of side. Welsh picks up the puck. He's got it behind the net. He starts out. Up through center. He's over the red line. Takes it to the far boards in the corner. Welsh. Back to McLeod. McLeod to Welsh. He pulls it back to the point. Over to Hardwick Brown to Joseph. Back to Welsh. His shot's over to Joseph. Joseph doesn't get much word on. He lobs one over the net. Hardwick Brown now circles around in the corner. And he drops it back to Welsh. He takes it to the corner. He gets tied up. Sackville can't clear it. McLeod has it. He tries to hit McCarty in front of the net. Puck gets bagged around to the near boards. Overskated. Now McLeod picks it up. He hits Hardwick Brown to the side of the net. Hardwick Brown. Oh, no. That goal is waved off. Face-off's coming to the left to Sackville's goalie. They don't like McLeod in the circle. Hardwick Brown comes in. Off the draw, Hardwick Brown gets it back. Guthrow picks it up. He takes his shot from the high slot. Guthrow beats him on the glove side. 2-0 for Sackville. Power play goal, and time of the goal is 10:09. Shots are 11-3 for Spryfield. McKinnon in for the draw. Off the draw, puck gets tied up. McCarty picks it up, sends it back to the defense. Defense tries to hit McCarty again, but it's picked off by Sackville. They're able to clear the zone, but defense pick it up in the neutral zone. They send it up, hit McKinnon in the far boards. McKinnon with a shot. That's stopped by the goalie, turned aside, but Sackville can't clear it out. They knock it off McKinnon's stick. Sackville's out. They're over the line, trying to send it into the slot, but Sackville with a wraparound goal puts them on the board. Time of that goal is 10:44. Sackville takes the draw. Goes back. They go D to D and punch it up the near boards. Try and slap it in, but it's knocked off the glass, and Hardwick Brown comes up with it. He pulls it into his zone. Passes to Heslip. Heslip's pass goes off his skate. Sackville has control. They pull it back to their end. They can't hit the pass, and Heslip picks that up. He's over the line, but the puck gets knocked off his stick. Bounces over Joseph's stick. Sackville has control now. They're out into the neutral zone. And they'll make the pass. Puck goes to the corner. Sackville has it behind Spryfield's net. There's a shot turned aside by Bordage. Sackville with control again in the corner. Another shot wide of the net. That bounces behind. Heslip sends it up to Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown hits McLeod in the far boards. He takes it to the corner. Sackville now with a lead pass. They're over the line. Puck comes loose. There's a shot and Bordage turned aside to the far boards. Sackville tries to punch it in, but goes off Guthrow skates. Now Hardwick Brown has in the corner. Comes off his stick. Sackville tries to get it out, but it's knocked in. Sackville gets control again. They're over the blue line, but they're offside. .7:46 left in the first period. Face-off's coming outside the circle. McKinnon's in for the draw. He gets it back to Fallows. Sorry, Forwell. Forwell passes it up, but Sackville breaks that up in the neutral zone. Try to send it back. McKinnon hits McNeil. McNeil his pass a shot off. McKinnon picks it up in the neutral zone. He gets a shot off when he crosses the blue line that the goalie steers up into the netting for a whistle. Face off to the right of Sackville. Puck comes out, goes off some skates. Sackville clears it out. It's picked off by Forwell. He clears it out and Sackville comes in the zone, offside again. Off the draw, McCarty gets it back to McLeod. Or McNeil, sorry. Now Spryfield's offside for a whistle. Off the draw. Puck comes back. Hardwick Brown steers it to McNeil. Forwell tries a shot from center ice that the goalie covers up. Off the draw, Sackville takes it. Puck goes back to the corner in defense. Takes it around behind their net. They go up the far boards. Hardwick Brown takes that, breaks that up. He sends it back to Fallows in defense. Fallows. His pass is knocked down, but Welsh picks that up. He sends it deep into the corner. Puck goes behind the net, tied up there. Sackville comes up with it. They try going up the near boards. Welsh picks it up and he loses it to Sackville now, trying to clear it out front. They get steered to the corner. Puck gets knocked to the far corner and plays whistle down for the net being off. Face off to the left of Bordage. McLeod's in the circle. Sackville gets it. They send it back to the point. They get a shot off, but that's tipped up over the net. Puck goes to the near corner and back behind the net. McLeod tries to get it out, but Sackville comes out with it. They get a shot. Bordage turns that aside. Guthrow, he gets a lead pass. He chips it up. He can't handle it. Sackville has the puck from the near corner behind their net back to the corner, and then they try coming up the far boards, but Farwell picks that up in his blue line. He sends across ice, but Spryfield can't keep it in the zone. McLeod chips it in. Guthrow can't get to it, and Sackville has the puck. They send it behind their net to the far boards. They chip it out to center. It's picked up by Heslip. He hits Guthrow at the blue line. Guthrow with control. He loses his footing. Tries to clear it out front. Sackville picks that up and they send it down. Farwell hits McLeod and he takes the puck over wide. And penalty coming up on the play to Sackville. Spryfield's going to go on the power play at 4:52. Face off to the right of Sackville's goalie. McLeod takes it. He hits Hardwick Brown. He drops it back to Welsh. Welsh takes it to the far corner. He gets back to McLeod. McLeod to Hardwick Brown in the corner. Hardwick Brown back to Welsh. Welsh with a shot from the point. Beats the goalie to put Spryfield up 3-1. Time of the goal, 15:24. Off the draw, puck gets tied up and knocked back to Sackville's end where the defense hits it. They come up the near boards. Get it over the blue line but lose control. Now Welsh tries to hit Ballard on the far boards, but that's knocked down by Sackville. Ballard has it now. He comes up the far boards, loses the puck, and Sackville knocks it back. McNeil has it. He goes wide to Farwell. Farwell goes back to McNeil, and Sackville picks up the puck in the neutral zone. They get it over the blue line. Try to get it out front. He can't handle the pass. Now McNeil has it. He's up the far boards. And Spryfield's just offside as they enter the offensive zone. Off the draw. McKinnon gets it over to Ballard. He sends it into the far corner. McKinnon chases, but Sackville comes up with the puck. They send it up the boards. McNeil sends it all the way back. Sackville now picking it up behind their net. They try to clear it up the near boards, but they can't get it out. Now Hardwick Brown all alone in front of the net. His shot's wide. His backhand. Sackville picks up the puck on the far boards and they're over the line. That's broken up by Fallows. He clears it up the far boards. Hardwick Brown has it, but he loses the puck, and Sackville's back over the blue line. They try a backhand shot off Bordage and up into the netting. Off the draw, McCartney sends it back to the corner. Welsh trying to clear it around back, but it's picked up by Sackville, and they get a shot right in the slot that's turned aside by Bordage. McCartney trying to clear it out. Sackville knocks it back in. Welsh is in the corner, got it tied up. Now he hits Cormier. Cormier pushes it out to McCartney. He's got it out of the blue, out of the zone, but his pass is knocked down. Now Welsh comes up, sends it into Sackville's end. Puck gets knocked around the front of the net. Sackville can't get it out. It's kept into the point by Heslop. Puck side up behind the net now. Guthrow tries a backhander, but the rebound comes out. And McCarty sends that home. It puts that Spryfield up 4-1. Time of the goal, 17:49. McLeod comes out for the draw, but Sackville takes that. Goes back to their defense. They try and go up the near boards, but Heslop picks up the puck. He's in. Now Cormier hits McLeod. McLeod's over the line. He hits Guthrow for Spryfield's 5th goal. At 18:03. McLeod to Guthrow. McLeod takes the draw. Hardwick Brown picks it up. He sends it down to McNeil. McNeil punches it up the boards to Joseph. Joseph hits Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown to McLeod. Back to Hardwick Brown. He takes it to the high slot. Hits Joseph. His shot from the top of the slots over the net. Sackville picks it up. Sends it up the far boards. I think play is whistled down for offside. It's intentional offside. It's going to come down to Spryfield's end. McLeod's in for the draw. Sackville gets it. They send it back to the defense and dump it into the far corner. McNeil in the corner. He tries to hit Joseph in the boards. He gets tied up. Puck gets bashed around. Comes out front to the point. Shot from the point. Oh, that's gloved down by Hardwick Brown. Sorry, by Bordage. Face off to the right of Bordage. McLeod gets it. He sends it over to Forwell. Forwell hits Joseph in the far boards. Joseph up to McLeod. It's knocked off his stick. But Joseph picks it up. Tries to hit Hardwick Brown, with the puck goes into the corner, and Sackville trying to clear it out. But Forwell stops it at the point. He takes a shot, gloved down by the goalie. We're into the last minute of play in the first period. Shots are 24-9, 25-9 for Spryfield, and the score is 5-1. Face-off coming to the right of Sackville's goalie. Puck is tied up. McKinnon can't handle it. Sackville trying to clear it out, but it's kept in by Ballard. Ballard with a shot. Gloved aside by the goalie. McKinnon can't catch the rebound. Puck goes wide. Sackville breaks out of their end. They get over the blue line, but Ballard picks it up. He can't hit Heslop. Sackville has it. They're able to keep it into the point. There's a shot turned aside by Bordage. And McCarty tries to hit McKinnon, but he gets rolled into the boards, and puck goes all the way down for icing. Face-off coming to the right of Bordage. Spryfield takes it, sends it back to the corner. They clear it out, goes all the way down on the goalie. Sackville picks up the puck, takes it behind their net. They start to regroup, go up the near boards. Lose control of the blue line, and the buzzer goes to end the period. Shots 28-11 for Spryfield, and the score is 5-1. Still in Spryfield's favor. Welcome back, folks, as we start off the second period. Off the draw, puck squirts out to Sackville side, but it gets knocked back in the Spryfield's end. Forwell sends it into the corner. Sackville comes up with it. Oh, Sackville comes in uncontested the side of the net and beats Bordage. "18 seconds for that goal." Back to the draw, McKinnon sends it back to Heslop. Heslop goes wide to Ballard in the near boards. Ballard takes it over the blue line, tries to hit Cormier. He can't handle the pass, and Sackville steals that. They send it up the far boards, but they're offside and play gets whistled down. That's an intentional offside, and face-off's going to come all the way down to outside Sackville's line. Sackville takes the draw. They get it back to the defense. We take it behind the net. Try to come up the near boards, but it's broken up. Spryfield can't keep it in at the point. Cormier gets it in the neutral zone. Hits McNeil. McNeil tries it up to Ballard, and Ballard tries to hit McKinnon, but Sackville breaks that up. And they're out to the neutral zone. Ballard breaks that up, takes it over the line, tries to hit the deep corner, but Sackville can't clear the line. Cormier hits McNeil. He tries a shot that goes off his skate, squirts behind the net. Sackville sends it up around the far boards. They get it over the neutral zone, but lose control. Pick the puck up again inside Spryfield's end, but McNeil comes up with it. He goes rink wide to hit Joseph. Joseph tries to do a dance around. McNeil tries to hit Cormier, but he fans in that shot. Joseph with a shot from the top of the circle on the far side. Goes wide of the net. Play gets whistled down for a penalty to Spryfield. Hardwick Brown's going off for 2 minutes at 18:28. Sackville's going on the power play. McLeod's in for the draw. Face off to the right of Bordage. Sackville gets that. They take it back to the point. Send it back to the boards. The hash marks. Back to the corner. Back and forth from the corner of the hash mark, top of the circle, back to the corner. Sackville trying to set up, but Spryfield's got the box in. Now they try and bring it out for a shot, but that goes off his skate. Sackville keeps it into line, but that's picked up by Fallows. He sends it all the way down. Sackville picks it up behind their net. Ballard puts on pressure. Can't control the puck, and Sackville picks it up in the neutral zone. They're out over the line. McKinnon picks it up along the near boards. He clears that all the way down. Sackville behind their net. They start up the near boards. They dump it in. That gets by the defense on the Bordage, and he covers up for a whistle. Face off to the right of Bordage. McKinnon gets it back, but Sackville oversteps that. They get control. Take it behind the net, come out to the point. Can't handle it at the point. McCarty puts pressure on in the zone, keeping Sackville tied up. Sackville takes it behind their net, starting to regroup. They come up the near boards, over the red line, dump it in. Fallows tries to clear it out, but he can't do that. And the near boards brings it behind the net out to far boards. Now McKinnon kind of skate passes it up to McCarty. McCarty dumps it in. McKinnon picks it up in the corner. Sackville gets it now. Ballard steals it in the far corner. He brings it out in front of the net. He tries a backhand shot just in the paint, but goalie turns out of the side. And as Hardwick Brown tries to pick up the puck, it goes over the netting. Out of play for a whistle. Face off just outside of Spryfield's line. Sackville knocks that into the offensive zone. And Heslop tries to clear it around the boards, but Sackville keeps it in on the near boards. Heslop picks up the puck. His net, he tries to clear it out. It's picked up by Sackville. They get a shot turned aside by Bordage. Sackville can't keep it in at the line. Puck gets knocked into Sackville's end. They clear it up to the near boards. But McLeod picks it up on his end. He's over through the neutral zone. Tries to hit Hardwick Brown. He grabs it in the high slot and then takes it to the far boards. Hardwick Brown circles behind the net. Drops it back to Forwell. Forwell tries to hit Joseph, who tries to chip in front of the net, but that's knocked back to the corner by Sackville. Hardwick Brown tries another chip. That's picked off by Sackville. He tries to hit McLeod. He can't handle it now. Guthrow with a shot. Guthrow gets robbed by the goalie. Coming across the net to stop that from going in. Face-off's coming to the right of Sackville. McKinnon's in for the draw. He gets it back to the point, but nobody there. McNeil chases back. Has the puck in his end. He goes rink wide to Welsh. Welsh bounces off the boards. Sackville picks that up in the neutral zone. They try to clear it in, but they hit Cormier. Cormier brings the puck across the ice. Tries to chip it up the boards, but it's stolen by Sackville. They go rink wide. Sackville dumps it in for the net. Now puck comes loose. Oh, a nice 1-2 pass there to an open net. Sackville puts the third point in the board. Time of that goal for Sackville is 5:22 in the period. Off the draw, puck is tied up, and Guthrow knocks it into Sackville's end. Sackville trying to go D to D, clear it out, but that gets broken up. And puck gets smashed around through the neutral zone. Sackville tries to go rink wide, but can't handle that pass, and the play's going to get whistled down for an icing. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in for the draw. Puck is tied up in skates. Ballard comes up with it. He tries to clear it out front of the net, but puck gets picked off by Sackville. And they're over the blue line. Sackville trying to hit it out front, but that gets broken up. Puck gets overskated. Slap back to Bordage, and he covers up the side of the net. Face off to the left of Bordage. McLeod takes the draw. Gets it back to Fallows. Fallows punches it up the boards. Sackville picks it up in the neutral zone, brings it back to their end. They try to break out, but it's broken up by McLeod. He can't handle the puck, and Sackville clears it into their end. Now Spryfield goes D to D, and Fallows takes it around behind his net, tries to punch it up the far boards, but Sackville keeps it in at the blue line. Now Heslop trying to hit Ballard. Ballard finally knocks it out. Sackville pulls the puck back, clears it in, but they got to clear the zone. Fallows tries to hit McCarty. He just punches it in deep. Chasing it up along the boards, puck squirts off. McLeod has it. He can't handle the pass, and the puck comes out. Welsh goes to Heslop. Heslop tries to hit McLeod, but he can't handle that. Play gets whistled down for an icing. Face off to the right of Bordage. Puck squirts out and into the corner. Sackville has it. They take it behind the net. Into the near corner, trying to hit out front. Puck goes off skates. McLeod tries to hit McCarty, but that's too far for him, and Sackville has control from their end. They try to come up the near boards, but the puck gets deflected up into the netting for a whistle. Face off just outside the Spryfield's end. McKinnon takes a draw, brings it over the blue line. He gets a shot off the goalie's glove and up into the netting for a whistle. Face off to the right of Sackville's goalie. Spryfield wins it back to the point. They get a shot that goes wide of the net. Keep it in along the far boards. And Sackville gets control. They send it up the far boards. Hardwick Brown picks it up. Hits McNeil. McNeil back to Hardwick Brown. He's over the blue line on the near boards. Takes the puck to the corner, but it gets tied up and loses the puck. Now, puck comes around to the far boards. Joseph tries to clear and pass out front, but Sackville picks that off. McNeil just dumps it in over the red line. Sackville clears the puck up behind their net to the near boards, then go rink wide. Puck goes all the way down to the far corner. Puck squirts out in front of the net. Back to the point. Sackville clears it into the far corner. Around the net, McKinnon ties up, tries to hit Hardwick Brown, but he's not ready for the pass. Shot from the point by Sackville's turned aside by Bordage to the far corner. Sackville still in control. Another shot from the point. That's wide of the net. Into the near corner. Sackville trying to get it out front. They can't handle it. Now it's Hardwick Brown and Joseph. Hardwick Brown's over the blue line. He dumps the puck to the corner, gets tied up. Now McKinnon has it. McKinnon with another shot from top of the circle, glove down by the goalie. Face-off's coming to the right of Sackville's goalie. Sackville gets it back into the corner. Comes out to Fallows on the point. He tries a shot that's steered to the far corner. Sackville clears it behind the net. Fallows keeps it in at the point. Gets it to McLeod. McLeod tries to get into the slot. Puck gets knocked off his stick. Fallows picks it up, dumps it back to the corner. Jethro trying to clear it out front. Puck gets steered behind the net. Comes out to Forwell. Forwell has a shot. That goes off a player and he's down now. Puck squirts out and plays whistled. We got a Sackville player down. 10:26 left in the period. Score is 5-3 and the shots are 31-15 for Spryfield. Face-off's coming to the left to Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. He gets it back to the point. Forwell with a shot. Steered to the far corner by the goalie. Ballard tries to keep it in, but the puck bounces back to Forwell at the point. He gets a shot. Steered to the corner again. Ballard tries to keep it out front. Guthrow with a backhand shot. That goes wide of the net. Puck squirt in front of the net. Oh, Ballard with a shot. Turned aside. Now Ballard with another shot. Side of the net. That gets turned aside. Puck's in the far corner. Sackville trying to clear it out. Goes off skates. Back to the near corner. Now Guthrow gets it out front. Cormier keeps it in. Guthrow can't handle the pass to the side of the net. Now Forwell with a shot. That's blocked. Another shot's wide of the net. Cormier tries to turn it into corner, but he's wide of the net. Puck's back to Fallows. To Cormier, but Sackville comes up with it. Sackville from behind their net, trying to send it up the near boards. Puck gets tied up along the end. It's cleared out. Fallows has it in the neutral zone. He goes rink wide, steps around players, takes it to the far corner, but he gets it taken off his stick. Sackville starts out. They dump it into the neutral zone, lose control. And Forwell tries to clear it in, but he's held at the line. Now McLeod has it. At his end, he skates around. Gives it to Cormier. Cormier backhands it into the offensive zone, but Sackville picks that up, and they bring it right down. They dump it in deep. And Spryfield goes around the net and up the boards. McKinnon can't handle it. Sackville gets control again in their zone. Forward now. Dumps it in deep from just over the red line. Sackville with the puck. They have it behind their net. They start up the far boards. They try a rink wide pass, but Heslip knocks that back in, and Sackville tries to clear it out, but the puck gets deflected up into the netting for a whistle. Face off just outside Sackville zone. McKinnon's in for the draw. Puck goes off some skates and Sackville comes up with it. They take it rink wide off the far boards and send it in deep. Bordage plays it out behind the net up to McCarty. McCarty to Cormier. Cormier to McKinnon. McKinnon tries to hit Cormier in front of the net, but it's off his stick onto the goalie, and he covers up for a whistle. Face off to the right of Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Well, I don't like the Sackville player. Might change over. Sackville gets the draw. They take it behind their net, clear it up the far boards. Heslip keeps it in at the point, tries to hit Hardwick Brown. He punches it behind the net to the near corner. Sackville comes up with it. They bounce it up the boards. Icing's waved off, and Heslip. He hits McLeod. McLeod tries to hit Hardwick Brown, but he can't handle it. Icing gets waved off. At Sackville's end. Puck's coming all the way back. Welsh ties it up along the boards. Hits Joseph. He sends it back behind the net. Heslip has it now. Heslip under pressure. He gets it to Welsh. Welsh feeds Joseph. Joseph picks it up in the near boards, goes rink wide to McLeod. He dumps it into the far corner. Sackville comes up with it. They take it around their net. Trying to start out. Hardwick Brown keeps it in, knocks it back to Joseph. Joseph tries to clear it out front to McLeod. He can't do it. Puck comes up the far boards and Sackville has it. They're over the blue line, but knocked off the puck. Bordage hits Joseph. Joseph over to McLeod. Puck goes through the neutral zone. McNeil comes up. Sends it in deep. Sackville has it. They can rink wide. They're over the blue line. They try to get it into the slot, but Spryfield blocks that. Now McNeil's over the blue line. He tries a shot from the top of the circle. It goes off the net, bounces out front, and Guthrow puts that in for Spryfield's sixth goal at 15:56. No, that's wrong. At 13:56 in the period. Off the draw, McKenna gets it back, but Sackville breaks through and gets the puck into the Spryfield's end. They keep it in the corner. Try and take it behind the net, over to the near boards, back to the point. Shot from the point, that goes through, knocked down by bodies, and Ballard punches off the boards. McKinnon has it. McKinnon with a shot. That's off the goalie and goes to the near corner. Puck gets knocked around behind the net to the far corner. Ballard can't control it. Sackville breaks it out. They're over the blue line, but that's broken up by Farwell. He clears it the neutral zone, but Sackville comes up with it again. They're back over the blue line. So in the slot, they try a pass that gets knocked to the corner. Puck comes behind the net. Fallows tries to clear it out. And that's going to go all the way down for an icing. Face-offs to the right of Bordage. Ballard's in. Off the draw, Sackville with a quick shot there. Just outside the slot. Another shot knocked down by Bordage. And Sackville juggles the puck there, but they get whistled down for a high stick. Face-off's just outside the Sackville zone. Spryfield wins the draw, but Heslip can't handle it. He gets tied up in the corner. Sackville clearing the puck out front. There's a shot on Bordage. Scramble right in front of the net, but Bordage is able to cover up. Face off to the right of Bordage again. Puck was off skates from the draw into the corner. Heslip sends it up to Cormier. McLeod punches it forward. He takes it through the neutral zone. Comes to the near boards. Puck is off his stick into the corner. Now McCarty sends it back to the point. Heslip with a shot from the point. Let's try to chip in, but goalie's able to glove that down. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. McLeod gets the draw. Back to McNeil. McNeil with a shot from the point. That's off bodies, and Sackville comes up with the puck. They get out, get over the red line, dump it into the near boards. Now Sackville has control again. They send it back to the point. Back along the boards. Now they go rink wide. Sackville with a shot. That's turned aside in the net. Puck gets whacked around behind the net. Cormier takes it off the near board zone. Heslip bobbles the puck there. Comes out front. Sackville can't get a shot off. Now they do from the point, and that's off players. And McLeod puts pressure on, but Sackville gets control. Dumps it out to the neutral zone. McNeil picks it up and sends it back deep. Sackville trying to go up the near boards. McNeil puts pressure on. The puck gets bounced up into the netting. Off the draw, McKinnon gets it back to Farwell. He hits McKinnon. Center ice. McKinnon tries to hit Joseph, but that's picked off. Joseph gets his stick tied up. Sackville comes up with the puck. They start out, lose control in the neutral zone. And Farwell picks it up, hits Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown back to Joseph. Joseph with a shot high over the net. Farwell tries to keep it in, but he gets knocked off the puck, and Hardwick Brown comes in. Hardwick Brown along the boards with a scrap. He tries a shot on net that's turned to the back. Sackville comes up with the puck behind their net. Go up the far boards, pull it back into their end. Back up the far boards again. Farwell picks it up, goes rink wide to Joseph. Joseph tries to lob it into Hardwick Brown. He chips it by the defense, takes it into the near corner. McKinnon gets tied up. They're trying to get it back to Welsh at the point. Joseph comes in for support. He gets a shot wide of the net. Hardwick Brown with the puck behind the net. He tries to hit the out front, but Sackville picks that off, and puck gets whacked around the neutral zone. Sackville's over the side. They try to go around the defense, but Welsh breaks that up. Sends the puck back to the corner. Now Sackville trying to clear it out. Hardwick Brown gets tied up, and McCarty comes up with it. McCarty's up the near boards. He gets a blistering shot from the top of the circle, knocked down by the goalie, and Sackville picks up the rebound. They start out. They get to the blue line, dump it in deep. Fallows picks it up in the far corner. He gets pressure on him. He's able to clear it out into the neutral zone, but can't hit Fallows. Spryfield's offside. They got to clear the zone. Sackville with the puck. They try and clear it out. They get to the blue line. Get a man in all alone. He beats Bordage from the right side. Sackville's fourth goal. Scored at 18:46. Shots in the period at 39-20 for Spryfield. McLeod's in for the face-off. Puck gets knocked back into Sackville's end off the face-off. In the far corner, Sackville's able to get it out. They come out, go up the near boards. Wheel it in, Guthrow sends it back down. McLeod into the corner, he gets tied up. Sackville comes up with it. They try and bounce it off the near boards, but that's broken up by McNeil. McNeil picks up the puck in the near corner in his end. Hits Fallows. Fallows up to Ballard. Sackville's able to keep it in. They dump it to the far corner. Fallows has it behind his net. He starts out. He's getting some pressure. He hits Cormier, who knocks it out to center ice with Guthrow. Backs in now. Guthrow chasing down his own shot. Guthrow comes up with it again in the near far corner. Tries to hit Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown does some fancy moves through the slot. Gets it to McLeod, who takes a shot as the buzzer goes to end the second period.
Testing, testing. We will be turning the audio off during intermissions, just to keep from crossing paths with uh, copyright violations, which we unfortunately do get quite a bit. So we're just going to turn the volume off until the period starts. Thank you.
As we get ready for the opening face-off for the third period. Score 6-4 for Spryfield. Off the draw. Puck is tied up and knocked back to Sackville's side. Sackville sends it around there and net up the near boards, but Hardwick Brown comes in, keeps that in. Oh, McLeod hits Hardwick Brown in front of the net. His shot's covered up by the goalie. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in for the draw. Sackville gets that back. They send it behind the net, up to the far boards. And McLeod keeps it in. It's off the players now. Joseph gets it out front. Hits Hardwick Brown. Just off the circle, and Hardwick Brown puts it home for Spryfield's 7th goal. .28 seconds into the period. Hardwick Brown gets his 2nd of the night. McLeod comes in for the draw again. He hits Hardwick Brown. He bobbles the puck. Sends it up the boards to Joseph. Joseph chips it in to the corner from the blue line. McLeod can't handle it behind the net. Sackville comes up with it. Sackville tries to send him past, but that's picked off by Ballard. He sends it behind the net. Sackville has the puck cleared from behind the net. Up the near boards, and they try and clear it out, but that's kept in by Spryfield, but Sackville gets it out. They go rink wide and dump it into the far corner, Spryfield side. Well, there's a quick shot wide of the net. That bounces to the near boards. Cormier is able to clear it out, but it's going to go all the way down for an icing. Face off to the right of Bordage. Cormier's in for the draw, but Sackville gets it. Comes back to the point. They try and clear it in, but Forwell picks that up, hits Cormier, and Cormier tries to hit Ballard, but Sackville breaks that up, and they're over the line. There's a shot on Bordage. He turns that to the far corner. Sackville with the puck. McKinnon puts on pressure. Fallows pushes that out. Sackville's able to keep it in the line. Fallows has it now. Takes it behind the net, wraps it around the boards, up the near boards. Forwell tries to clear and shot, but that's picked off by Sackville, and they get a shot on Bordage, who covers up. Face off to the right of Bordage. McLeod's in for the draw. I think we have some problems with the clock there. Just getting it sorted out. Off the draw, Sackville knocks it into the corner. Heslip cuts around, goes rink wide to Walsh. Walsh trying to hit McCarty. McCarty drops it back from McLeod. McLeod takes it up the far boards, gets over the blue line. Drops it back from McCarty, but Sackville steals that, and they're over the line now. Sackville tries to clear it out front, but there's nobody there, and Guthrow picks it up on the far boards. He gets up just outside the blue line, gets a shot on net, covered up by Sackville's goalie. Face off to the right of Sackville. Goldie. McLeod's in for the draw. McLeod just knocks it right to the net, covered up again by the goalie. They'll reset and do it again. Spryfield gets it back to the point. Walsh with a shot, turned aside to the far corner by the goalie. Guthrow tries to clear it out. Sackville knocks it back to the corner. Now they're able to get it out the blue line. And then the neutral zone is broken up by Welsh. Welsh hits Heslip. Heslip goes up the near boards to McLeod. He can't handle the pass. McCarty picks it up and center ice, hits McLeod. McLeod with a shot. That goes off a shin pad into the near corner. Welsh can't keep it in at the point. Sackville gets it out. Heslip takes it to the near corner, tries to clear it up the boards, but Sackville keeps that in. Shot from the corner. Bordash steers that to Welsh. Welsh over the blue line, but gets the puck knocked off his stick. Sackville starts out. Guthrow breaks up the play at center ice, but Sackville keeps control. And they get the puck into the near corner. Spryfield's in. Puck's tied up along the boards. Sackville comes up with it. They try to get it out front, but that's broken up. Now, McCarty picks it up in the slot, dumps in the center neutral zone, and Spryfield has control. They go to the far boards, try to get it out. And his play's broken up by McKinnon in the neutral zone. Sackville has it again. No, they try to clear it out. Puck gets whacked around the neutral zone. Now Sackville has it again. They're over the line. Try to get it in the slot, but there's nobody there. Heslip hits Joseph. Joseph to Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown to McKinnon. McKinnon with a shot over the net. Rings around the boards and comes all the way back. McNeil has it. He tries to hit Joseph going up the far boards, but he can't handle the pass. Sackville gets it into Spryfield's end, but he can't do anything with it, and Hardwick Brown picks it up. Gets McNeil. McNeil goes up the boards, nobody there, and Sackville's back over the line. Now they get a shot all right from the side of the net. Bordash turns that aside. Puck comes back to the point. Sackville's shot goes off Hardwick Brown and bounces back to their end. Sackville still has control. They're going to send it all the way down for an icing. Face-off coming to the left to Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Sackville gets the draw. They send it behind their net to the far boards. And they send it back to the defense. And they come rink wide up the near boards. Sackville's over the line. They try to clear it to the high slot, but nobody's there. Now McLeod has it. He tries to hit Cormier. Right in the slot, he can't handle the pass. Sackville clears it behind their net. Comes up around the boards, and then they go to the far side. Ballard picks the puck up on the far boards. He hits Forwell. Forwell with a shot from the red line. Goalie turns that aside, and Sackville has it. They clear it into center ice. Forwell tries to knock it in, but it's Sackville player picks it up, gets a shot on Bordage. He steers that to the corner. Sackville has control of the puck. They try to get it out to the front of the net, but it comes back to the defense. They get a shot that Bordage turns aside. And Cormier tries to hit McLeod, but it goes off some sticks. And the puck gets sent down to Spryfield's end for an icing. 6:20 gone in the period. Shots are 44-24 for Spryfield. And the face-off is coming to the right of Sackville's goalie. McKinnon's in the circle. Sackville gets the draw. They send it to the far corner. And the puck gets knocked out behind the net. Sackville comes up the near boards. McKinnon tries to keep it in, but his shot's up into the netting for a whistle. Face off to the left of the goalie. McKinnon whacks over to the boards, tries to hit McCarty. McKinnon back to Fallows. That's picked off by Sackville and knocked back to their end. Sackville trying to get up the boards. They do, and they're over the blue line. They take it to the far corner, trying to get it out front, but he's picked off by McKinnon. Gets whacked off his stick, and Guthrow has it now. He dumps it in. Sackville picks it up, sends it back to the neutral zone. Guthrow has it again. Guthrow hits McCarty at the blue line. He dumps it in deep. McKinnon picks it up behind the net, but he gets rubbed off the puck. Sackville sends it up the boards. McNeil has it. McNeil goes up the far boards, hits McKinnon. McKinnon dumps it in on net, goes for a change. Guthrow picking the puck up around the net, gets knocked to the corner. He gets knocked off the puck, and Sackville has it. They try to get out. Welsh tries to break that up, but Sackville has the puck, and Hardwick Brown picks it up at his net, takes it up to the far boards. He loses it in the neutral zone. Sackville picks it up. They can't get it over the blue line. Puck sent back down to Sackville's end. Sackville sends it up the far boards. They try to break out. Play gets stopped at Spryfield's blue line. The puck gets chipped over the boards into the bench for a whistle. Clouds in for the draw. He knocks the puck forward, picks up his own pass, tries to clear it out front. Nobody there. Joseph gets it in the corner, sends it behind the net. There's Hardwick Brown with the puck loose alone. His backhand shot's turned aside. Sackville's able to clear it out. They're over the line. They do some dancing around, take it to the corner, and McNeil tries to hit Hardwick Brown, but it's picked off by Sackville. Now Sackville breaks the defense. They're in on Bordage and chip it over his shoulder for their fifth goal. Time of the goal is 8:42. McKinnon's in for the draw. Sackville gets it. They get it back to the defense. Punch it up. Forwell breaks up the blue line, sends it back to Sackville's end. Sackville goes up the near boards again. They get it and chip it into the near corner. Forwell's in there. McKinnon tries to break it up. Sackville gets it out front. Bordage turns side to side. Puck goes over to the far boards. Sackville comes up with it again. Cormier comes in, breaks up the play. He hits Cormier, tries Ballard at the side, but Ballard's pass and McKinnon goes all the way down for an icing. Face off coming to the left of Bordage. Off the draw. Puck gets tied up. Spryfield comes up with it. They send it up the far boards. And that's going to go all the way down for an icing. They'll come back to the same place, Recock. McKinnon gets it back behind the net. Fallows sends it up the far boards to Cormier, but Puck gets knocked off his stick. Now they push it up. Cormier has it. Down in the near corner, Sackville's end. He's got no support. He's trying to play the puck. Sackville comes up with it. They try to break out. Puck gets knocked off the stick. And Forwell tries to hit Cormier, but Sackville picks up the puck in the neutral zone, dumps it into the corner. Fallows tries to hit Guthrow. Guthrow chips it up to the neutral zone. Back into Sackville's end. Sackville clears it out. Guthrow picks it up, sends it deep into the corner. McCarty and Guthrow in the corner for it. Sackville comes up with the puck. They send it up the far boards. They get it all the way down, but lose control, and Bordage covers up for a whistle. Face off to the left of Bordage. McLeod's in the circle. He gets it back to the corner. Welsh tries to turn around up the far boards to Guthrow, and Guthrow just lobs it up into the neutral zone. Sackville picks it up. They go D to D and back D to D. Then they try and go up wide, but puck goes off a stick into the near corner. Spryfield's end. Spryfield gets it, sends it around the far boards to Guthrow. Guthrow gets to the blue line, tries a shot, and the goalie's turned to the near corner. Now Guthrow picks up the puck, tries to get it out front. Nobody there for Spryfield. McCarty sends it back to the point where Heslop tries a shot, but that goes off a skate. Sackville sends it out. Now Welsh steers in the near corner, but Sackville's there. Welsh gets control again, hits Guthrow, who steers it into the neutral zone. Sackville has it. They try to come out, but that's off skates. Off players. Guthrow whacks it down to the Sackville's end. Sackville with control up the far boards. They can't handle the pass and lose it in the neutral zone. Joseph sends it in deep. McKinnon chasing. He's tied up along the boards with Joseph. McKinnon sends it back to the point. Quick shot from the point. That goes off some bodies. Now Joseph has it behind the net. Joseph trying to hit McKinnon in the slot, but he can't handle the pass. Fallows with a shot from the point. That goes off players back to Spryfield's end. And Spryfield picks it up, but they lose it to the neutral zone. Sackville brings it over the line. They get a shot on Bordage, who gloves that down. Face off to the left of Bordage. McKinnon's in the circle. Sackville comes up with it. They bring it back to the point. Hardwick Brown breaks up that pass. He gets the puck along the far boards, but can't handle it. McKinnon gets it in the neutral zone. Sends it back to Fallows. Fallows up to Ballard, who dumps it in. Ballard keeps it into point. McNeil with a shot from the top of the circle, gloved down by Sackville's goalie. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Puck is tied up. Ballard with a shot that is gloved down by the goalie. Del Recall can do that again. McLeod gets it back to the point. Forwell with a shot from the point, knocked down by the goalie and covered for a whistle. Oh, off the drop, puck comes down, gets by Forwell. He's all the way down to Spryfield's end. Forwell clears it behind the net to Heslop, or to Welsh, sorry. Welsh goes up to Ballard. Ballard tries to hit McLeod, but Sackville breaks that up. They send it back to their D, and they start out up the near boards. You get the center ice. Clear it down to Spryfield's end. Bordas turns that to the side of the net. Oh, Sackville with a quick shot out through the slot, but nobody there to put it in. Puck comes down to Sackville's end. They go D to D and send it up the far boards, but that's going to go all the way down for an icing. Face-off's coming to the right, and Sackville's goalie. McKinnon in for the draw. Puck gets tied up. Sackville comes up with it. They take it behind their net, go up the far near boards, but it's broken up. And McKinnon and McCarty are over the line. McKinnon to McCarty. McCarty with a shot. That goes wide of the net. McKinnon can't handle it. Sackville starts out. They try and go up the near boards. They get knocked off the puck, and they're able to keep it in at the blue line. Welsh hits Guthrow, who's able to knock it out to the neutral zone. Now Sackville sends it up the far boards. They clear it into the corner. McKinnon gets knocked off the puck. Welsh able to clear around to Guthrow, but Sackville knocks it back to the corner. Welsh goes rink wide trying to hit McCarty. He can't handle that pass. Sackville has it. They bring it back to their D. They come up the near boards. Occupy the defense, but Bordas comes out to play the puck. Sackville gets it out front. They try a clearing shot through the crease, but nobody can handle that pass. Sackville has it in the neutral zone. They get it up to the blue line, dump it in deep. There. Guthrow tries to clear it out to Hardwick Brown, but that gets picked off by Sackville. Sackville sends it into the near corner. Forwell tries to punch it out. Now Hardwick Brown picks it up in the neutral zone. He hits Guthrow at the side of the net, but the goalie comes across to save that. Face off to the right of Sackville's goalie. McLeod gets it, knocks it into the corner. McLeod sends it around the far boards to Hardwick Brown, who drops it back to Fallows. Fallows can't handle the play. Oh, it's Sackville with a chance in front of the net. And they go wide in the backhand. There's a penalty coming up on the play to Spryfield. Joseph's going off. Sackville's going to go on the power play with 4:35 left in the period. Face-off's coming to the right of Bordage. McLeod's in the circle. He gets it over to the boards. Sackville sends it behind the net. They bring it back to the point. Back to the boards. Now they try a shot in the top of the circle. That goes off. Pass slip and back to the corner. Sackville gets it back to the point. They go D to D. Spryfield comes up with the puck and they clear it all the way down. Sackville picks up the puck behind their net. They break out, come to the near boards. They're over the blue line. Get knocked off the puck in the corner, send it back to the D. There's a shot on Bordage. That rebound comes out and that's cleared aside. Sackville still has control at the point. McNeil hits McLeod. He's over the blue line. McLeod with a wide angle shot. That's steered to the corner by the goalie. McCarty sends it back to Forwell. Forwell just clears it up the ice. Puck goes around Sackville's net to the far corner. McLeod putting pressure on. Puck comes out over the blue line. Ballard picks it up, dumps it back in. Sackville behind their net. They start out up the far side. Nobody there. McNeil breaks that up at the blue line, sends it back to the neutral zone. Sackville gets it over the blue line into the far corner. McNeil breaks up that pass, sends it back to the corner. Now Fallows gets it by the defense. Puck goes all the way down. That'll kill the penalty. Sackville starts out. They send it up to the blue line, just chip it in. Heslip picks it up and takes it to the near corner. Puck gets tied up, knocked back to the behind Spryfield's net. Sackville gets it out front to the slot, but nobody there. There's a shot on Bordage. He turns head aside and the rebound aside, and then play gets whistled down. Face-off's going to come to the left of Bordage. McLeod's in for the draw. Sackville wins that. They get a shot right off the face-off, but it's off pads and into the corner, goes behind the net. Heslip trying to tie his man up. Now McLeod has it. He brings it around the net, up the far boards, tries to hit Guthrow, but he can't handle that. Sackville tries a clearing pass, but it's picked off by McLeod. In the neutral zone, he breaks the line, gets a shot on the goalie that's gloved down. Face off to the left of Sackville's goalie. McLeod's in for the draw. Sackville comes up with it. It's broken up by Hardwick Brown. He gets a shot from the circle. It's turned aside by the goalie. Puck bounces behind the net. Hardwick Brown can't handle it. He gets the puck now in the high slot, tries to hit McLeod, but that's broken up by Sackville, and they're over the blue line. Sackville takes it behind the net, goes to the far corner, but cuts back. Now there's a shot from Sackville from the top of the circle, turned aside by Bordage, and puck comes out. Hardwick Brown has it. He gets tied up at the blue line. Sackville with an empty net. Fallows has the puck now, takes it behind his net. He gets tied up, sends it back to the near corner. He's able to lob it up, but the puck's going to go all the way down for an icing. We're into the last minute of play in the third period. Sackville with 6 skaters on the ice. Face-off's coming to the left of Bordage.
Timeout, Sackville Knights.
And Sackville calls a timeout. .56 seconds left in the period. Sackville's got a man advantage. And there seems to be some confusion over where the face-off is going. Face-off's to the right of Bordage now. Clouds in. Sackville gets the draw back. They try a shot from the point. That goes off the skate. And it's cleared all the way down by McLeod for an icing. I think Spryfield has called a timeout now.
Timeout. Spryfield Attack.
The face-off's coming to the right of Bordage again. Puck comes back to Sackville. They try a shot. Puck gets steered to the corner back out front. And the play gets whistled down for the net being off. Face off to the right of Bordage again. Back to Sackville. Oh, Sackville with a chance there. Bordage comes across with the right skate to kick it out. And the puck is chipped up into the netting for a whistle. Sackville gets a draw back to the point. They're going D to D. There's a shot from the point, knocked down by Bordage and covered up for a whistle. Off the draw. Puck's tied up in the circle. McKinnon tries to wrap it up the boards. Kept in at the point. Now there's a scrap for it there. Puck comes wide of the net, turned aside. Puck's tied up in the near corner. Sackville gets it back to the point. There's a shot from the point on Bordage. He covers that up. Off the draw. Puck goes through skates and Sackville steers it to the corner. There's a shot from the point, knocked down. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, gets knocked back in. Yeah. And the buzzer goes to end the period. Final score, 7-5 for Spryfield. Shots were 55-38 for Spryfield. Spryfield Attack's next home game is Saturday night. The Saturday coming, where the Admirals Hockey Club will be in town. And then they're on the road Sunday down to Newport to take on the Titan. Have a good weekend, folks.